Okay, so we start again here. Tass Drakeo has just found a mummified, weatherfied body above him, dripping blood down onto you.
HD.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna like back away from this body.
I look around. See if there's
Yeah.
anything there. That seems like a smart idea to do.
Okay, give me a perception check then. So you see that the tree, the leaves are made out of leaves. No, in fact, you see that the leaves aren't made out of leaves. You're so bad at looking that you can't even see the leaves.
I
Don't
have
worry.
temporary blindness for the entire...
Don't worry. My arm being almost broken has given me superior sight.
Yes, because that's how that works. Oh my god, it
You've
does.
lost one of your senses, so therefore you...
You can see in the grass that there's like a sort of a tree, like it's pretty thick grass, like the grass is up to like maybe like your ankles, maybe a bit higher. And as you can see that through the grass, there's like a sort of a path that's been made out by like something heavy being dragged through. And you can see that this body above you, where it used to be, is hanging there, but it seems to be the only one of its kind in that tree. So the trail sort of goes here through the water and onto this side, but you do hear a sort of a scream, a blood-curdling scream from the other side of the river, sort of close down here.
Fear not, citizen, for I am here. I like run after it, and I stop at the river.
Stop at the river.
Yeah.
Tix is gonna follow you and come in.
Rontor decides to take a slightly more stealthy approach and goes to the rock, because if he gets camouflage on rocks, become one with the rock. I am one with the rock.
20, you are one with the rock. Okay, so you guys are at the river. What would you like to do? Would you like to try and see where that scream was coming from?
Can I inspect the water quality?
You're expecting the water quality when there are these screaming people on the other side.
He has a part-time job as a water inspector, I think.
Yeah, it's just spring water coming down from the mountains through the forest.
Can I take a sip?
You're having a drink stop. Yes, you can have a sip. It's just water, nothing happens. You are now refreshed.
Oh. Guys, I'm refreshed.
The people on the other side of the river continue start screaming, and now there is a second scream. There are two screams screaming as you are drinking water.
Alright, so gonna like bounce.
Is Lia gonna stay on that side of the river?
No.
And then Rontor's gonna stay on the rock.
He's one with the rock.
Okay.
You're one with the walk.
Would either of the three up front, or two up front, because Tix won't, would like to further sense where these peoples are that are screaming? Okay,
Can I
perception.
also look, or am I too far away to have
You
a look?
could,
Now then.
if you're trying to look for the exact position of these screaming people, it would be at disadvantage, because there's like a bunch of trees and rocks and stuff in the way, and you're pretty far away.
I'm gonna open my third eye.
Well, I might...
19. You can tell, so there is, up here near these trees, there are three more mummified bodies up in the, completely webbed up in cocoons, hanging from the branches. They're not bleeding out like the guy that you first saw. Now there is one person here near these rocks that's sort of half mummified. Their head, it's like a woman, their head is still up above it and they're screaming. And then there is another man over here under this tree that is sort of, he's even less mummified, like he hasn't been fully mummified. Only his legs are bound together, and his like hands, but he's also screaming. They both have seen you guys, and are trying to like call for help.
can I do a perception check? To see if I can see anything from my vantage point up on my rock?
Sure, at disadvantage.
That was pretty
You
rugged.
don't see anything else extra, like the trees all look pretty still. There's nothing moving in the trees, there's no more cocoons. That's it.
Draco's gonna take on for the team and he's gonna run between here, between the both of them, and yell to try and attract the attention of the spider.
You start screaming in the middle of them, but nothing happens. There's no movement. There is nothing in the clearing. No signs of life other than these two screaming people.
Can I like poke at one of the... Are there like webs hanging from the tree nearby, or is it just the people?
So in the top left, all these trees are pretty much completely webbed together using like webbing, and then there's like cocoons hanging off of them with people.
Oh. Can I like pick up a stick off the ground and like whack at one of the webs?
It's pretty high up. It's like in the canopy. You probably wouldn't reach it.
Can I throw it?
Okay, throw it.
So,
7. The stick doesn't make it there. You throw it up in the air and it just lands on the ground. It's too high up.
can
Should we
I
try
try
and-
another stick?
You and your multiple tries. Okay, go again. It just barely makes it up to that height. Near one of the cocooned people. It doesn't make it up to like where the main webbing is, but it's near where the cocooned person is like hanging down, and it gets stuck against the webbing. It's like very, very sticky, and just like it touches just the smallest amount of webbing, and it's just completely fastened.
Alright. I'm gonna like run to the half kind of cocooned person.
Which
Is she like attached to anything, or is it just the webbing around her?
she's sat on the ground and she's like up against a wall, up against a massive boulder sort of thing. But it seems as if she's not really like stuck. I like how the stick was. She's a bit loose, like a bit more free from it.
Okay. Can I try and cut the web with my javelin?
Your javelin, okay. You try to cut it, but the webbing is just way too strong.
Can I like grab her shirt and like pull her away, pull her towards the rest of the gang?
Well, it's the cocoon's up to her neck.
Can I grab her by the head?
By the head, and just yank it. She starts yelling in pain as you're just dragging her so like roughly by the head, and she's just like screaming as you just pull her.
So I pull her like back here to the gang.
Yeah.
Could you like draw like a little stick figure to represent her?
Okay, so those three up there are the cocooned people hanging in the tree. That's the
Beautiful.
lady, and then that's the bleeding guy. Okay, so you're going to go to it.
Yeah.
Go to him. I mean, under the tree. He's
Yeah.
He's like under the tree at the base, like stuck up like against the tree trunk.
Can I like look up at the tree and see if there's anything in it?
Perception check. The tree is completely empty. It's a smaller tree, so there's no webbing in it, and it is completely empty. So, Tass, you're picking this guy up?
Yep. I'm gonna grab him by the shirt because he's
Okay.
less covered.
As you're grabbing him by the shirt, there's a sort of a spark sound, and a blue sort of light. Not even like a bright blue light or anything, but like a sort of a little bit of a hazy blue light, and from the ethereal plane, this boyo appears and immediately just like in the tree and just starts like falling down on one of his webs and right on your shoulders and he bites you in the neck. He will bite you. Oh, he only gets an 8, so he misses as he's webbing down, and then he immediately starts pulling on his web and goes back up into the tree. And now everyone roll initiative. And he is going to go and bite at you again. This time, hopefully, he hits. He hits. Definitely, he hits.
Bleh.
It does. Oh my. Oh wait, what? Why does it say? Oh, 11 plus 15 poison. Oh my god. How much health do you have now, by the way? 33.
That almost kills me.
Oh no, okay. It's only you have to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. You should be able to make that. Only. Oh, yeah, I'll reduce that to 10. So you take 21 damage.
I'm gonna use Sanctuary on myself so I don't die, and whack at the thing. I prod at it.
With your left-handed javelin.
Yeah. And I'll use my Divine Smite for an extra 1d8. Oh, crit!
Jeez, okay.
So that's 18.
18 damage. Okay, it is Leah's turn. I forgot to do ticks again. God damn it.
Who cares about Twix? Twix?
Twix. Obviously you don't.
Hey, I'm not last anymore.
Yeah, okay, so Leah against the world.
I'm just gonna move 3, is it 3 or 2 display?
You're there.
Don't move
That is
close
15.
to it.
You're a ranged person, by the way. You have spells and stuff. You should probably stay away.
Oh.
I'm literally up the front here, absorbing all the attacks from it because it has a really low chance to hit me. If it goes to attack you guys, I get a free attack on it, and you're like, let me move closer to the giant spider. That chill touch has 120 feet range, so you could have sniped that thing from behind where Rontor was.
No.
It says
so
under the thing.
now it's Rontor's turn.
Yep. We are going to do our... we're gonna shoot at the bow.
Okay, 22,
Oh.
nice, that's a hit. You do 5 damage, and now you are unstealthed. Now it's Tix's turn, and Tix will see his carnage going on, and he will use Sacred Flame. Okay, well, it takes 8 damage. Jeez, man, you guys are messing it up. And now it is his turn, and it will vanish into the ethereal plane. It is now Draco's turn.
Wow. That was easy. He's gonna lay his hands on himself and heal 15 HP. Can you like reach out and grab the guy again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that lay on hands was your action, so.
Ah, yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
Wait, we're not in battle anymore, are we?
I mean, what do you want to do? You can do anything.
Oh,
Still in battle.
what?
The spider's still here.
What?
It's just another dimension. It's gonna come back and it's gonna be on Rontor's ass, and we're gonna be like, shit.
I don't know what to do then,
That's why.
'cause, like, the spider's not here.
Just do a jig. Do an intimidating dance.
That's why I'm gonna become one with the rock again.
I'll just pass. Can I pass my turn?
And Tix comes over here to help with this guy, and he starts, and he'll go to Draco, and he will use his cure wounds at level 1.
Oh, thanks.
And he does
bud.
8 healing on you. I had to mute my mic before because I was laughing so hard because Tass, you had done exactly what was happening. The face spider comes out of the ethereal plane right above Rontor, and even though you're one with the rock, it didn't matter because he was above you and in the ethereal plane, and he just looked at you, and he's like right above you. He just falls down onto you, jumps down, and will try and bite you.
So what's he doing?
Give me a Constitution save throw. He bites you. He fell down. He jumped down. Tass, I had already done, like, as soon as I had said he vanished into the ethereal plane, I moved him, because that was my plan, I moved him to Rontor,
Oh,
and
sorry,
he was up above Rontor, and he came out, and then, as you were talking about, like, how the combat's not over yet, and then you were just saying everything I had done in my entire plan. You were just, like, predicting it perfectly. I was just laughing, so I had to mute my mic. 18 damage.
That's not good.
Okay, you have taken 18 damage, and then it will then
Oh, I
scuttle
could've,
its way back into the tree. Which means you do have an attack of opportunity. as it tries
Yeah.
to gets back into the tree. Oh, it just hit a 24 on its stealth. So what? You got a 14, which is enough to hit it. So roll damage on your short sword. 4. Ooh. Okay, it is now Draco's turn.
Hmm. So it's somewhere in that tree, right?
Yep. So if you want to like fire an arrow or something, it'll be at disadvantage. He's hiding in the tree.
Hmm.
He did not vanish back into the ethereal plane. He's just hiding.
Okay. I'm gonna whip out a javelin, and I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna use channel sacred weapon, and then I also use divine favor. And it makes it do an extra 1d4 if I hit. So with this magic javelin, I'm gonna throw it at the spider. 14. My charisma gets added, which makes it a 15.
The 14 hits anyway. So
Okay.
roll damage. So you do 11 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The javelin the javelin goes straight into the tree. It disappears from view. It strikes true, and moments later, you see a giant spider body fall out of the tree and onto the ground. By the way, that was overkill. It was on 1 HP. You were just like channeling like all your spells and divine favors and stuff, and it was on 1 HP. It falls dead. 20. So you see on it that there is nothing external to it. It looks sort of like a spider, but it's giant, and it is yeah. I'll just like pull out the picture just so you guys can see it.
Oh god.
That is what it looks like.
What?
This isn't actually down, just showing you what it looks like. That's pretty much what it looks like. So it's blue
Guys,
and
I
white.
think we're in trouble. There's a big ass spider.
That's not real. But that's what it looks like. It's blue and white, and it's got a lot of eyes on the top and some very sharp looking legs.
Surely, oh no, 15's not good in that one, is it?
Why are you shooting it?
Oh, look at it. We need to get rid of it. There's nothing we can do. Let's all run away.
Oh, John, we won.
Can I
Dude.
get someone who has like some healing thing to come and help me out? 'Cause I want 8.
I can do that. Wait, no, I can't. I used all my spell slots. Hey, Tix, you're up, man.
He walks over to you and he will use his lay on hands. So he will use 10 of his 15, leaving some just in case.
And so how many do I get?
You gain 10 HP.
Yay.
Alright, I check out this dude who's probably been screaming this whole time.
Yep, he is just the same. You can just drag him out with the other lady.
Swag.
As you're dragging him out, you see that the lady over here, the whole time had been, as she was screaming and being paranoid and stuff, she had been like sort of like rocking side to side. You know, she's fully cocooned, so she can't do much, but she was like trying her best to sort of move, and she's made it a couple of centimeters closer to the river. And these people have been out here. That post from the bulletin board was about 2-3 days old. So these people have been out here cocooned and stuff for a couple of days. So she was like looks very you know, malnourished and stuff. And as she like leans over, she's finally got to the river, and she starts like she dunks her head to the side of it and starts like just like using her tongue to like lick up the water and try to get some water. And as she does that, a little splash of water comes over, and the water lands on the cocoon, and the few drops of water start to melt the webbing. You dunk her in the water,
Fucking John the
and
Baptist.
the cocoon very slowly starts to dissolve away. And Alex, yes, there is some water in your rations.
Okay, well, in which case Rontor will get out one of the stolen ration packs and start to get it ready to give her, and gets the water out and, oh, probably won't need that, but he gets the ration pack to give her.
Okay. She
But it was
very
one of the stolen ones.
she very thankfully takes it and starts eating it.
I'm gonna... While
And
that's
then-
happening, I'm going to the other guy and I'm gonna dunk him as well.
Fine, you dunk him and he also gets dissolved away. Actually, you fail at picking him up, so he just waddles his way in anyway. And then he all that dissolves as well. And they're both very frightened and very scared.
Can I cup water in my hands and throw it at the bodies hanging up top?
You might want to have someone
It's-
underneath to catch them.
That
Yeah, probably
is
that, yeah.
like 50 feet, so I don't think you're gonna hold water in your hands for 50 feet. So unless you can find something else to hold the water in. You have water in your rations and water bottles and canteens with you.
True, I have... I'll get my water skin and kind of like splash them.
Yeah, you can splash him. And as you splash him with the water from your water skin, it gets poured on them, but nothing happens.
Can I try and cut down the tree?
You could try and cut down the tree.
We must all try and cut down the tree
Or you
together.
could recognize that the water from your water skin didn't did it, but the water from the river did.
So we fill our water skins with water from the river.
Wow, amazing original idea, Alex. Good job.
I don't know
Draco
how I
wouldn't
came up with it.
realize that.
Rontor tells him that.
Okay, I'll be like, oh, smart. I knew drinking that river when we first got here was a good idea. It saved me from the spider. It doesn't like the river water.
Okay, you can grab the water in your water skins and splash it, and after a couple of trips of going back and forth, because it's not a lot of water in the water skin, but you can finally splash them enough that they fall down onto the ground. Okay, you guys each pick up one of the three. Probably not Rontor, seeing as he's tiny, but Tix. I think between the three. Between the four of you, you guys can probably start hauling these three, and
Can
the
I roll
other
a
two.
strength check to try and carry two of them?
Yeah, sure, you can hold two. Tix will get the third one. You can just grab. You can have like one on your back, one in your arms, and then the other two, the two people that were saved already that are conscious, they can. They're sort of like they can walk, but they're still like limping a bit and not great, so I guess Lia and Rontor can sort of like give them a bit of a steady hand and just sort of walk them out. And everyone will...
Rontor becomes one with the rock.
You guys all walk them out and back to Aganon. It takes a couple hours. When you get back, it's almost nightfall. It's evening, it's getting dark. And you can bring them back in.
Is there a doctor or anything here or not?
Yeah, let's say this is a doctor's. You bring them in through the gates. They allow you in. You bring them all into the doctor's and set them down, and all five of them start getting looked at by the doctor of the camp. And you can go back to the tavern, to the board, and you find the person who it was that had commissioned the bounty, and they will give you 40 coins, 40 gold pieces to share amongst yourselves. Okay, so everyone gets 10.
Did you say it's almost night?
Yes, it is almost night. So you guys can find an inn or somewhere to sleep.
Sleep is for the weak, let's take out the rats.
If we look at the map, the rats are further south, like along the path of where we would be going after you do your business in Aganon, so it's best that you go and take that up after you're done at Aganon.
Then we have to cash it back in Aganon.
there is a network of bounties throughout the main town, so you can cash it in at an authorized bounty distributor. But there is an inn in the town. If you guys
Yeah.
would, it's not on the map, okay, but there is an inn.
Justin's house is
You
now
guys
an
can
inn.
go, and when you enter the inn, they say it is 2 gold per person per night.
2 gold per person per... You can go get... No. I think that's a bit of a rip-off. Even one's still a bit of a rip-off.
Look, I told you,
I
this
reckon we'll
town
have a
doesn't
much
have a lot
better
of
time.
income. They really need to get it from where they can.
Can I try and convince them that because there's 4 of us, it should be like half price?
You can. Give me a persuasion.
Oof.
22. They
wow,
allow it
yeah.
for 5 silver pieces per person per night.
Oh,
So
I can work with that.
Okay, I'll pay
Yeah.
my 5.
Okay, and everyone can go to sleep for the night unless you want to do anything else before you go to sleep.
Can I go back to the tavern and see if those guys are still there?
They left a while ago back before you left.
Damn it.
They've gone back home.
Actually, can I go to the tavern, order 4 drinks, and bring it back and give everyone a drink? As a...
I could walk over and try and persuade them to make our drinks cheaper again if you want.
Oh,
It's for everyone else it's still 2, but for you she gives it for 1.
the drink is
Yeah.
paying for it, so it's fine.
So then she discounts 1 drink for 1.
Okay.
So it's 7 silver instead of 8.
So wait, how's the accommodation looking in this room? Do we each get our own room, or is it like bunk bed kind of thing?
It's 2 per person. I mean 2 people per room. I mean.
How's this being divvied out?
I'll do a thing. So Tass, you are going to be 1. Tix will be 2. Lia will be 3. Rontor will be 4, and Slash are 2d4, and we'll see who gets 1 room. So 3 and 2. That is. Tix. Okay, so Tix and Lia are in 1 room, and then Drakeo and Rontor are in a different room.
I knock on their room and I hand each one of them a mug of ale. Okay. Draco's not drunk, but he jokingly tries to fill it with Tix.
Why Tix? You're in a different room.
I think he like knocks on the door and he like leans on the frame seductively.
Okay, Tix, as he takes the drink from Drakeo, punches him in the face lightly not to take any damage, and then closes the door on him.
5.
While Draco's gone, Rontor locks the door. To our room.
And they lock the door. Tix locks the door, so now Drakeo is outside in the hallway, locked out from both rooms.
I try to open the door and I go, Rontor, if you don't open this, I'm gonna bust the door down and I'm gonna make you the new door.
Rontor, out of fear of having to pay for a new door, opens the door.
Okay, so everyone takes a nice long rest and wakes up in the morning. Everyone can put themselves back up to full hit points. And how long have we been going at this for? Jesus, 2:49.
Like 3 hours.
You guys like to talk to the mayor guy or do the berry thing, or shall we end it here?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, yeah, let's rock, paper, scissors it. Drakeo versus Tix, rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Dexterity, and what are we fighting for?
Whether or not the session ends.
So what, so if I win, session keeps going, if you win it ends?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh,
Oh no! I like we got to Aganon, we did a whole bunch of stuff at Aganon, but not once have we done anything that's actual campaign, like actual objective wise.
Nathan, if you're gonna give us side quests, I think you should.
Yeah, I know. I wanted you guys
quests
to do the side quest.
We need the catch.
That's why I was like, yeah, because you also need the experience. This campaign is very linear. Like, of course, you guys can do other stuff and like whatever you want. You can go wherever you want, essentially. But objective-wise, it's very linear. It's like Lord of the Rings. Like, it's gonna be a journey. Like, it's set out, and there's like places you got to go and places you got to be. But everywhere you go, every town you go, there will be bounties and side quests and everything. And I suggest that you take as much as you can, not just for the gold, but for the experience, because. Like, you know, even like now, like that phase spider nearly killed Drakeo in 1 hit. Like,
I think us getting hit and taking damage is... I think we're weak to damage, but we're strong in dealing damage.
Yeah, you guys.
We're kind of like glass cannons.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so you guys are getting better, but yeah, so we just need to get you to talk to the mayor of Aganon, and then he'll set you on to the next objective, blah blah blah, and then the side quests everywhere, which, honestly, it is probably best that you do the side quests like first, so then you can get those out of the way and then do the main quest. But I'm going to say that there's like, in each of the major outposts or towns, there's like a sort of a bounty network set up, where if you get a bounty in one town, you can claim it in the next town. So like the
That's
ranger
pretty
outpost,
cool.
you can see that that it's like midway through your journey between Aganon and Turner will be the next town you guys are heading for. So like, you don't have to go to the ranger outpost, kill the infestation, and then go back to Aganon. You can just go to Turner and get the bounty there.
The session was ended by rock, paper, scissors.
It was indeed.
I love that.
Those are your side quests, and you have now found the missing villages.
Hey.
How much XP did we get from that phase?
I will calculate that right now.
I think
700
you should give us some
XP.
harder encounters.
Okay, you nearly died on the first hit, but okay. So that's
Yeah,
700
we're gonna
XP,
heal
and
themselves, isn't
you
it?
did good. You did the darts thing, so I'm going to give you an extra 150 XP for that, for the darts. So altogether, you will get an extra 850 XP. 850 would be 2,085. Making some good progress.
Hey.
And you
You
still
get
have
the
2
next
side
one.
quests.